Hello everyone and welcome back. Glad you could join me again. Today we're going to be looking at the Harbor Freight Inside Track Club deals for November 2025. And if you want to find any of these deals and you want to browse through them anytime you like outside of this video, you can find them at my website under the Extras tab. And there's the domain for you on the screen right now, so that way you can type that into your browser, head on over there. Under the Extras tab you can find this and many more coupons and deals for Harbor Freight throughout the entire year. Alright then, so let's get started. Let's take a look at the video. Let's see what we have available for you right now. Well, it's deal time, and today we're going to be looking at the Harbor Freight Inside Track Club deals for November 2025. And all these deals are going to be good for the entire month, so you can pick up anything you like if you're an Inside Track Club member all the way until December 4th. So let's get into these deals and see what's good for this month of November. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of deals going on. Actually, more than usual. Most of the time it's like 100, 150 coupons. We're up to around 200 coupons this time. Or deals, whatever you want to call them. They're not necessarily coupons because they apply it at the register if you're an Inside Track Club member, so you don't need to worry about clipping any coupons and taking them in with you. So let's get started. Let's see what is available. And we start off looking at this pressure washer from Predator, a gas-powered pressure washer. 3,200 psi, 2.8 gallons per minute, or 223 cc's if you're looking for a gas-powered pressure washer. And I'll tell you, a lot of electric pressure washers are getting stronger and stronger as time goes by. Some of them are getting as strong as the gas-powered pressure washers. So if you don't want to have to deal with a gas motor, maintaining it, changing the oil, all that kind of stuff, electric is also a good way to go. They're getting really powerful. But this guy right now, if you're looking at this Predator, is $370 during the month of November, normally $400, so you save yourself $30. And if you're looking for an analog charger with engine start from Sentech, this guy has 50 amps, it's a 12-volt system. You can get it for $40 right now, normally $50, so you save yourself $10. And the holidays are right around the corner, and these are some lights that you can use year-round. You don't have to only use them during the holidays. If you want some lights to lighten up and liven up your patio or entryway or anything like that, here you go from Luminar Outdoors, a 24-foot LED outdoor string light set. You can get it for $19 right now, normally $28, so again, that's around $10 you save. And if you're looking to do some work on a vehicle of yours, kind of like I am, here you go with the Icon Professional Master Ball Joint Universal Joint Press Set, a 20-piece set for $180 right now. Normally $215, so that's $35 you save. And I have to look at this stuff. I'm actually looking into this set and some other sets out there because I have to do the ball joint replacement on my truck, and I'm taking a little bit of time to do a little bit of comparison and see who has the best sets out there, or a rental. Some of the rentals, I've looked at them, they kind of look like messed up because, you know, they get used and abused and then returned. It is only a rental, so I'm kind of wondering, do I really want to go that route? I may just get it, have my truck all torn apart, and then have the rental not work properly or break on me or something. I don't know. So that's all the stuff I'm considering right now. So I'm going to be making a video about doing that in the near future, so watch out for that one. And let's see, how about if you need a big, powerful winch? Here you go with the Badlands 9,500-pound truck SUV winch with the wire rope. $280 right now, normally $320, so that's $40 you save. And you know, one thing that sometimes people ask me and people wonder, is it worth being an ITC member? Well, that totally depends on you and your shopping habits. If you go to Harbor Freight occasionally, maybe once a month, once every couple of months to buy an occasional tool or something, then maybe it's not worth it to be an ITC member. Now, if you buy tools at Harbor Freight 2 or 3 times a week all the time, and you're going to be buying hundreds of tools throughout the year, then yeah, it's probably a great idea to be an ITC member because that $30 membership, or $40, I forget what exactly it is right now, $30, $40 membership, it'll pay back for itself if you're going to be buying hundreds of tools throughout the entire year. So in that case, yeah, it'll pay back for itself. But if in an entire year you're only going to buy 2 or 3 tools, then it's probably not worth it because you're probably never going to get your money back. So that's an easy way to think about it. Depends on your shopping habits. And let's see here. How about this guy? The Bauer 1/2 inch by 50 foot manual feed drain cleaning drum machine for $250 right now. Normally $300, so that's $50 you save. You know, this is not a bad machine. I actually have this guy. I have it from many years ago before it became Bauer. It used to be a blue drum. It used to be the Pacific Hydrostar, and that's when I got it. And I paid around the same price, $250, something like that, maybe $240, somewhere around there. And I've used it for many, many years, and I've gotten other drums from other companies as well, but I still have this guy, and it still works just fine. So if you're interested in this guy, I can tell you from experience, it works just fine. And how about if you need a jack? Here you go from Pittsburgh, the 3-ton low-profile aluminum racing floor jack with the rapid pump. $230 right now, normally $270, so that's $40 you save. And before we get too far into this video, how about you do me a great big favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already? That way you stay informed every time I make one of these money-saving videos for Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Amazon, Lowe's, or any other great place that I can find to save you guys some money. Saving money, that's what we're all about here. So that's the way I keep you guys informed and I keep more money in your wallet. Thanks for doing that, and let's move along. And how about if you need to do some transmission work? The 2,000-pound capacity low-profile transmission jack from Pittsburgh, $270 for this guy as well. Normally $380, so that's $110 you save. That's a good savings. And if you need a little dolly from Franklin, the 30-inch by 18, 1,000-pound capacity polypropylene dolly for $30, normally $35, save yourself around $5. And I'll tell you, these guys are not bad. I have one of these as well. And it's actually quite well reinforced. Unlike some of the other ones out there, the reinforcement, you have the polypropylene, of course, right? And then you have a metal bar running from end to end under the blue section. Under both blue sections, you have a metal bar. But nothing on this part over here. It's actually hollow right there. That is the weak spot. Believe it or not, if you're not careful, you can break it there. But it does have a slot, amazingly enough. Somebody planned it out. Somebody planned to put a piece of metal or something in there because there is a slot where it would fit into there perfectly in the polypropylene. But it wasn't there. Nobody put it in there. So if you have a piece of wood or a piece of metal, you can add one in there and reinforce it yourself with minimal effort. Just measure it out, slip it in there, a couple of screws, and you're good to go. So that's a little tip for you. I've done that myself. That's an easy way to make this guy. It's polypropylene on top, but you can have a metal reinforcing bar underneath it, making it hold 10 times more weight. So there you go. And let's see, how about a plasma cutter from Titanium? 45 amp plasma cutter for $700, normally $800, save yourself $100. And let's see, what else do we have? How about the Bauer 1 horsepower 14-inch stationary wood cutting bandsaw for $550 right now, normally $600, save yourself $50. And some sockets from Pittsburgh, the 1/2-inch drive front wheel drive axle lock nut set. A 7-piece set for $40, normally $60, save yourself $20. Or how about this magnetic socket holder from US General, 3/8-inch drive, SAE or metric, $13 right now, normally $20, save yourself about $7 on that guy. Or if you need a professional welder, the MiG 140 from Titanium. With 120-volt input, you can get this guy for $400 right now, normally $500, save yourself $100. How about if you need a little cart to carry all your tools and stuff in? Here you go from US General, 30-inch by 16-inch 3-shelf steel service cart for $50, normally $70. Save yourself about $20 on that guy. Or if you're a fan of Hercules, here you go with the 13-amp 4.5-inch to 6-inch trigger grip angle grinder for $80. Normally $100, save yourself $20. And how about some rib nuts from Doyle, the 10-inch professional rib nut setter kit for $40, normally $50, save yourself $10. And these guys do come in very, very handy sometimes. If you have like a blind hole somewhere, you can't get in behind it, can't put a nut or anything like that. These little guys can be really good for that kind of stuff. Much better than a riveter. It's a rib nut, so you're actually putting a nut in there and a bolt or a screw that you can remove down the road. Very convenient little tool to have on hand. And if you need some professional air hammer chisel set, here you go with a 6-piece set for $50, normally $60, save yourself $10 there. And how about if you plan on doing some really dusty, dirty work like either painting or grinding or any of that kind of stuff? The paint and body respiratory kit for $28, available in medium or large, normally 37, so that's about 10 bucks you save. I actually plan on painting one of my cars next year, so I may just be looking into this guy and checking this guy out, see if it's any good or not. So I may try it out. I'll let you know how it performs. If you have tried it out, feel free to comment down below and let me know how it works out for you. And here you go if you're looking for a bottle jack, the 8-ton hydraulic bottle jack from Pittsburgh for 25 bucks, normally 38, so that's about 11-12 bucks you save right there. Not a bad jack. I actually have this jack myself. It's not a bad jack. The only thing I hate about these Harbor Freight jacks are the handles. They're too short and they don't lock in together. They simply fall apart. They come undone as you're using them. The weak spot is the handle. So you can make your own handle, but the jack itself works just fine and it's fairly economical, so not too bad there. And if you're looking for a sprayer from Greenwood, the 1 1/4 gallon home and garden sprayer for 10 bucks, normally 14, so that's about 5 bucks you save there. These guys I don't recommend. I have the hand sprayer, and this one is probably the same construction. And I'll tell you, the seals inside of it are not very good. After you use it just a few times, and I'm not even talking toxic chemicals, just using soap and water and normal chemicals like that for like spraying for bugs in your yard, that kind of stuff, the seals will go bad on you. So I don't recommend getting these guys because the seals are very poor quality, and then you're going to use it a month or two and have to buy a new one. So look somewhere else. This is one from experience. I can say it's not a good deal. And here you go if you're looking for a siphon feed spray gun from Central Pneumatic, 32-ounce siphon feed spray gun for 30 bucks, normally 40. Save yourself 10 bucks on that guy. Or here is another magnetic holder. The 1/4 inch drive magnetic socket holder for 10 bucks, normally 17, save about 8 bucks there, comes in SAE or metric. And let's see, you need a shovel? Here you go from One Stop Gardens, 56-inch round point shovel for 12 bucks, normally 15, save yourself a couple of bucks on that guy. And here you go with the multi-spline screw extractor set, a 15-piece set from Icon for 35 bucks, normally 50, so that's about 15 bucks you save on that guy. And some work gloves from Hardy. Remember, at the Black Friday sale, which is coming up very soon in only a couple of weeks, they will have these gloves and all sorts of Hardy gloves for about 40% off, if I remember correctly. If you haven't seen that video, it's on my channel page. Go watch it. That way you can go watch that video and you know everything that's going to be going on sale during the Black Friday and save yourself some money. Don't buy it here and now. Wait for that sale. See, this one's only 30% off. You can wait for the sale and get 40% off. So that's a much better deal right there. And here you go from Pittsburgh if you're looking for a level, the 72-inch box frame level for 15 bucks, normally 20. That's 25% off, a few bucks you save there. Not bad. I have one of these myself, and it is a metal construction. So unless they've changed it recently, the one I got was metal construction, so it is very solid and durable, not going to warp or bend on you. And if you need some wrenches, here you go from Quinn, the 100-tooth metric ratcheting combination wrench set, a 12-piece set for 80 bucks. Normally 100, so you save yourself 20 bucks. Not a bad set. There you go, open on one end, closed and ratcheting on the other. Very convenient. And if you need a planer with a dust bag, the Chicago Electric 7.5 amp 3 1/4 inch planer with a dust bag for 45 bucks, normally 50, save about 5 bucks there. And I can tell you, this guy is really an old design. If you look at it, and you've been tracking Harbor Freight stuff like I have for over a decade, more than a decade, like 20 years, something like that for the longest time. I go back to when their tools had the old cheapy orange plastic design. That's how far back I go. And then they went to this new red and black design, but that is like ancient. It has not been updated in many years. This will probably eventually be updated to become a Bauer, but this is still one of their old designs. And here is another jack for you, a 30-ton hydraulic bottle jack for 90 bucks, normally 120. Save yourself a few bucks there, 30 bucks to be precise. Now this one, on the other hand, does have much better handles. They're more expensive ones, their bigger ones have better handles. You see how this one has the locking bits on it, so you can lock the handles together. And it's a 3-piece set, so it is much longer. So the bigger, badder, heavier ones are going to be a much better deal for you. The smaller ones, they cheaped out and they put the cheapy handles on it. You're going to have to replace the handle yourself if you want something a little bit better. This one is a good deal and not a bad set of handles on it. And how about if you need some long handle ratchets? Here you go from Pittsburgh with the 3/8" drive flex head long handle ratchet for 25 bucks, normally 33. So you save yourself like 8 or 9 bucks there, not bad, 24% off. And remember, all the Icon ratchets will also be going on sale during the Black Friday sale. This is the Pittsburgh, I realize that. But the Icon ones will be going on sale, so if that's something you're looking for, you can look forward to that sale. And let's see, what else do we have? You know, this little trap right here is not a bad little trap. 32 by 15 by 10 medium animal trap. I have this guy. I've had it for over 10 years, like 12, 13 years I've had this guy, and it still works just fine. And it is a decent galvanized metal because I leave this guy outside all the time. Even when I'm not using it, I just have it stored in the back of the yard behind my shed. It's not even covered up, and it hasn't turned rusty. It has a couple of little nicks here and there where there's a little rust to it because it got nicked and it got, into the metal. But aside from that, it's a decent quality metal for 23 bucks, and it does the job just fine. 30 bucks normally, so you save yourself a few bucks. You go to Home Depot or Lowe's, this is going to be $50 to $70 for one of these traps. So if you got some critters you need to relocate and get them out of your yard, it's not a bad deal. And if you need some jack stands, here you go with the 3-ton aluminum jack stands from Pittsburgh for 43 bucks, normally 55. So that's about 10, 12 bucks there you save. And if you're looking for a router from Hercules, a 12-amp variable speed fixed base router with the plunge base kit for 100 bucks, normally 120, save yourself 20 bucks. And if you need some pliers, here you go from Quinn, the 4-piece plier set for 20 bucks, normally 25, save yourself about 5 bucks there. And these guys right here, also not a bad unit. I have this guy, I've had it for like 7, 8, 10 years, long time, and it's still cranking away. The Bunker Hill wireless security alert system for 15 bucks, normally 17, so you save a couple of bucks there. When I got it, it was only $9.99, 10 bucks. Things have gone up in the past few years, but it still is a good little system. It's ultrasonic, so anybody steps in front of the signal, it gives you an alert inside your house a lot faster than my security cameras, which take some time to wake up and so forth. This guy lets me know there's somebody there before the cameras ever wake up and tell me. So not a bad system. And here you go if you need a deluxe manual fluid extractor and dispenser from Holt. You can get this guy for 100 bucks, normally 140. Save yourself 40 bucks. Not a bad unit to have on hand. A lot of cars these days, getting the fluid changes can be very, very annoying, difficult, etc. This can help you out quite a bit. And if you need some impact-rated hex shank socket driver set, a 3-piece set from Hercules for 6 bucks, normally 9. Save yourself about 3 bucks there. And if you want to get some cheaper ones, they actually have the Warrior version of these guys at the Black Friday sale, and that's only like $1.27 if I remember correctly. Really, really cheap. And those guys are good. I've had the Warrior ones for several years, used it in a ton of different projects and videos, and they've never given me any trouble at all. So if you don't want to spend 6 bucks, get the Warrior ones at the Black Friday sale for about $1 something. Way, way cheaper than these guys. And let's see, how about if you want a retractable cord reel? From Vanguard, the 40-foot 14 by 3 gauge retractable cord reel with the triple tap. You're looking at about 70 bucks for this guy. Normally 85, save yourself about 15 bucks. And this guy right here from Ames, the non-contact voltage tester, you can get this guy for about 3 bucks, normally 5, save a couple of bucks. Not a bad little guy, very limited. It only is like on-off, it tells you if they're power or not. There's other units out there that do more, but if you want a really basic bare bones unit for 3 bucks, not bad. I have this guy, I've had it for several years, did a review on it a few years ago, and it works out just fine. And if you need a dual handle mud mixer, here you go from Bauer, 12-amp 5/8" dual handle mud mixer for 100 bucks. It's normally 120. Save yourself 20 bucks. And if you want to protect the rims on your vehicle, here you go from Pittsburgh Pro, the 1/2" drive super high torque lug nut impact socket set, 11-piece set for 60 bucks. Normally 80. Save about 20 bucks on that guy. And let's see, how about the tactical ammo utility box? You can get this guy for 8 bucks, normally 12, save a few bucks there. Or if you want a little corner detail sander from Warrior, the 1.1 amp little sander, you can get this guy for 10 bucks, normally 20, that's half price, save yourself 10 bucks there. And let's see, how about a little steel toolbox from Voyager? 20-inch stainless steel toolbox for 15 bucks, normally 20, save about 5 bucks on that guy. And if you need a coupler set, here you go from Merlin, 1/4 inch steel industrial quick coupler set, a 5-piece set for only 4 bucks, normally 5. You save yourself a whopping $1 on that guy. And if you want a variable speed drill, a really inexpensive, cheapy, low-end drill, but it is a drill, and it is very convenient. If you want something inexpensive, you don't want to buy something fancy, here you go from Warrior, 3.2 amp, 3/8" variable speed drill for only 13 bucks. Again, very inexpensive, makes a great holiday gift. If you know someone that's starting out and wants to do DIY projects and learn how to do stuff around the house, there you go. That's a great gift to give them right there, and it doesn't cost you that much, only 13 bucks, normally 20. Save around 35% or around 7 bucks on that guy. And if you need a big old canvas for your trailer, 10-foot by 12-foot canvas tarp, 57 bucks for that guy, normally 68. Save yourself about 10 bucks on that guy. And a very inexpensive battery tester. There you go, 12-volt digital battery tester and system tester for 30 bucks, normally 40. That's about 25% off on that guy, or about 10 bucks you save. And if you're looking for an inexpensive caliper, here you go from Pittsburgh, the 6-inch digital calipers. You can get these guys for 19 bucks, normally 23. Save a few bucks there. And how about if you need an orbital composite air sander from Baxter, the 6-inch professional sander for 80 bucks, normally 90, save about 10 bucks there. Or if you want a precision screwdriver set from Quinn, the 12-piece precision screwdriver set for only 10 bucks, normally 15, save about 6 bucks there. And if you want some polish for your vehicle, 32-ounce container from Meguiar's, you can get this guy for 25 bucks, normally 30, save about 5 bucks there. Or a creeper to get under your vehicle and do some maintenance, 250-pound capacity creeper with adjustable headrest from Pittsburgh. You can get this guy for 33 bucks, normally 45. Save yourself about 11 or 12 bucks there. Or how about a mini tire changer? I don't know how many people are going to want to do this in your yard or in your garage, but I guess if you have different tires like for wheelbarrows or your trailers or something like that, or any other kind of equipment, I wouldn't recommend this for a fancy rim on your car. That's probably not a good idea. You're probably going to scratch it up. But for any kind of equipment and so forth that has wheels, this is not too bad. The mini tire changer from Pittsburgh for 45 bucks, normally 60. Save yourself about 15 bucks on that guy. And how about if you need a punch and chisel set? Punch and chisel set. There you go from Pittsburgh, a 12-piece set for 12 bucks. That's $1 a piece. Not too bad. Normally 15, so you save a couple of bucks on that guy. Or here you go, another box frame leveled from Pittsburgh, the 48-incher this time. You can get this guy for 12 bucks, normally 15. That's about 3 bucks you saved there. Or if you need to cut through some stuff with a hot knife, like a hot knife through butter from Warrior, the 130-watt hot knife. You can get this guy for cutting through foam and all sorts of stuff for 25 bucks, normally 30. Save yourself about 5 bucks on that guy. Or this case kit right here, the toolbox set, 4-piece set from Voyager. Do not buy this kit, guys. $27, normally $35, save a few bucks, blah, blah, blah. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. I bought this a few years ago. It is such creepy, cheapy, little bad plastic that if you look at it funny, it'll break. If you throw some tools in it too hard, it'll break. I wound up throwing them all away. They wound up breaking piece by piece, and I wound up throwing them away. So I definitely do not recommend this set at all. Get some other toolbox. Get the stainless one up above. Don't get this one. It is not good for you. And if you need some wire pliers rack, there you go. You got a lot of pliers. You want to keep them organized. There's a little rack for you for 9 bucks, normally 13. Save a few bucks there. Or if you need some lay flat air hose from Merlin, 3/8 by 50 footer, you can get it for 27 bucks, normally 37. Save 10 bucks on that guy. Or this guy here is not too bad. I have this guy as well. Had it for several years, and it does the job just fine. The Bauer 6-amp 3-inch high-speed electric cutoff tool for 25 bucks. Not something you're going to use every day, unless you're working in the metal industry. Then it does come in handy every day. If you don't want to get one that's air-powered, this electric one does the job. 25 bucks right now, normally 35. Save yourself 10 bucks. Or if you need a air spray gun kit, there you go, 64-ouncer from Central Pneumatic, 50 bucks for this guy, normally 60. Save yourself 10 bucks. Or another even smaller level. They're putting every level out there. 24-inch box frame level for $8, normally $11. Save a few bucks there. And like I said, all of these guys are metal, so they are very good construction. I have all these different sizes, and they're all very durable. Some of them are a little beat up and ugly, but they're still metal, so they hold up quite well. And how about if you need some magnetic nut setters from Hercules? 1 3/4 inch impact rated magnetic nut setters, 9-piece set for $12, normally $15. Save a couple of bucks on that guy. And if you want a little pocket knife, from Gordon, the 3-inch skeleton frame pocket knife for $5, normally $7. Save a couple of bucks on that guy. Or how about this guy, the hole saw assortment set? 1 1/4 to 3 1/4 carbide grit hole saw assortment set, 9-piece set for $28, normally $33. Save a few bucks there. And how about this one, some pry bars, or lady slippers, I think some people call these guys. The pry bar set from Pittsburgh, a 3-piece set for $7, normally $10. Save about $3 there. Or if you need some little elastic cords, stretchy cords, the Hallmaster Mini Elastic Stretchy Cords, a 20-piece set for only $4, normally $6. Save a couple of bucks there. Convenient to have on hand, not too big, very good for little things. And how about some other air hose? Here you go from Earthquake XT, the 3/8" by 50-foot hybrid air hose for $30, normally $35. Save about $5 or $6 there. Or if you need some blades for your jigsaw, the Hercules T-Shank Jigsaw Blade Set, 36 pieces for $18, normally $22. Save a few bucks there. And in case you're curious, I always point this out. These are the T-Shank. These are for the newer style jigsaws. If you have the older style jigsaws, like I have both, the older style jigsaws from the 80s, 90s, whatever, they were the U-Shank, like under. Those guys, you can get the U-Shank, and they do carry that at Harbor Freight. So you don't need to go look. I mean, you can go look on Amazon and stuff if you want to, but Harbor Freight does carry both the T and the U-Shank, so you can find them both there if you want to. $18 for this guy, normally $22. Save a couple of bucks. And how about if you need a drill press vise from Doyle, 4-inch low profile drill press vise for $50, normally $60. Save yourself about $10 on that guy. Or if you need a lot of safety glasses, well, may as well get them all for your crew. There you go, from Western Safety, safety goggles, a 3-pack for $4, normally $5. Save a couple of bucks there. Or if you need a generator extension cord adapter, 25-foot, 30-amp, 120-volt, flat triple tap, L5 through 30, there you go, $45 for this guy, normally $50. Save about $5 there. If you need a first aid kit, the 10-person first aid kit, 101 pieces for $13, normally $15. Save a couple of bucks there. And if you need an anvil, from Central Forge, 55-pound rugged cast iron anvil for $50, normally $65. Save about $15 there. Or if you need some mechanics wire, here you go, 25-foot mechanics wire for only 59 cents. That's very economical, under $1. Normally $1, so that's about 40 cents you save on that guy. And here we go. Well, here we are, guys, at the end of the video. That's all the deals that I have for you guys this time for Harbor Freight, for the Inside Track Club for the month of November. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.